about the different vaping gear from beginner to advanced, what you would experience along the way. I'm not doing a product review video. Um, I'm just going to talk about what's available now on the market, where to begin, and the progression from one to the next. And some thoughts that I have to share, some suggestions. I started smoking when I was 17. I smoked for 26 years. 6 months ago, I walked into a vape shop and I asked them to explain this stuff to me, and I quit smoking that day on an Ego-style device. It was a Kangaroo EVOD, very similar to this. What this is 3 parts. There's a power source, and there's a atomizer, a coil, which is within this, and this is a tank. So the tank holds the liquid. You simply unscrew and open the tank, and you fill it with your choice of thousands of different e-liquids in different flavors from hundreds of different companies that offer these, from small companies to large, and you find the flavors that you like that are satisfying to you in the nicotine strength levels that you require to replace your habit of smoking to a less harmful alternative, which is vaping. We're not claiming vaping to be a healthy thing to do. If I was never a smoker, I would not be vaping right now. I was a smoker, and this allowed me to quit smoking instantly. I no longer had a craving for cigarettes. In fact, I couldn't smoke one now if I wanted to. They're disgusting to me. But I was only able to do that because I got the nicotine I needed from the e-juice. And this is vaping. Okay, within a couple of days, I discovered a few things. The battery only lasted a couple of hours. It didn't last me a full day. I wanted to be able to get through a full day. So they do make longer lasting batteries that have more charge. It charges measured in milliamp hours. This is a 650 milliamp hour battery. And by the way, these are not disposable. You keep these. You recharge this with you thread this right into here, and it's a USB plug. And the tanks as well, you refill those tanks. The only thing that's disposable is the coil inside. You can get anywhere from 5 to 10 days from a coil, then you throw it away and replace it with a new one. New coils cost $2 to $3. So compared to smoking, after the initial investment of buying your device and buying liquid e-juice and buying coils, it's minimal compared to what smoking was. This battery doesn't deliver much more power, but it would last me a day and a half. No, I didn't buy a hot pink one. This is from a company that wanted me to do a product review. But it does last longer, about 3 times longer, so that was okay. I was still looking for something more gratifying, more satisfying. You'll go through a lot of different juices to find the juice flavors that you like. I then progressed to a variable voltage. On the bottom there's a twist dial, and you can increase the power from a low of 3.2 all the way up to 4.8 volts. I found the sweet spot where I like to vape on the tanks that I had right around 4 volts. So there's that variable voltage at the bottom. And it vapes like this. More power, more vapor production. However, I then very soon had to go to more advanced tanks than just the simple one that I started with, because the air draw, first of all, was very restricted, and I didn't get a very good big mouthful or lungful of vapor production. So I went to a bigger tank. I bought a Aspire Nautilus Mini, a Aspire Nautilus Full. This is identical. It's a knockoff, but I don't use these kind of tanks anymore, but this is identical in every way to the Aspire Nautilus tank. And it had better airflow with this, see the big, right next to my finger, that big air hole was far superior in air draw. Okay. More power, more airflow, more volume of vapor, more flavor, more satisfying vape. I then very quickly grew tired of even the variable voltage spinner type, and I don't have it anymore. I've given all of my setups away. I cleaned them up, I sterilized them, and I gave them away to smokers so that they could quit smoking as well. And I've done that with just about everything that I don't use anymore. I went to a box mod which was twice the size of this and a third as powerful as this, but it was the shit at the time. And there's just been so many advancements the last 6 months that but it vapes something in the neighborhood like this. Now let me pump this up. A lot more vapor production. It still wasn't the gratifying experience that I was looking for, and I was very frustrated because I had quit smoking. So I needed to find that satisfying vape, and it wasn't until I got to dripping on this. This didn't exist 6 months ago. It's a fairly recent product for the market. It's phenomenal. It's called the E-Leaf iStick. It's 30 watts of power, and it powers sub-ohm tanks. It's fantastic. Look at the way this thing vapes. This tank has tremendous airflow. The battery has tremendous power for its size. I don't have to. It charges in a matter of like 2 hours, and I can even vape while it's charging at the pass-through. Just a wonderful device. Again, this didn't exist 6 months ago when I started vaping. I wish it did, and I would have gone straight. If I could offer a suggestion, if you're a new vapor and you're on one of these, or if you haven't even started vaping yet, skip those because those are obsolete now. I mean, it's great. It's the bread and butter of the industry, but go to something like this. Look, you're going to spend $50 for maybe the small battery and a bigger battery, and maybe 1 or 2 tanks like this. They're cheap, so a $50 setup gets you quitting smoking, gets you vaping. But if you can find it in your budget to spend about $100, $110, I highly recommend you start off with this because you're gonna get here soon anyway. And as a former smoker, you're going to want something that satisfies you, that has the range of power to be able to give you that vape. So what I went to, within 6 weeks of vaping, I went to a mechanical mod, rebuildable, drip atomizer, RDA they're known as. And mainly why I did that was I wanted to be able to change flavors without having to invest in a whole tank full of juice. There it is. Okay. So with this style of vaporizer, you have coils that heat up, and that's organic cotton. You build that yourself or have someone do it for you. You drip right down onto the coils. And produce a volume of flavor and vapor that blows away smoking. That's how I like to vape. That was satisfying. When I did that for the first time, I had arrived. Now, if you want to have a mechanical mod, you have to know Ohm's law and the dynamics of voltage, wattage, amperage, and there's something else, resistance. You have to own batteries. This is an E-Fest high drain 2500 milliamp hour battery that's rated for 35 amps of power. You have to have a charger to recharge those batteries. You have to own atomizers, at least one. You'll probably wind up with a nice collection of rebuildable drip atomizers like this that you build. You have to have wire, you have to have tools, or know somebody that has that stuff. But it's a very satisfying vape, and I wouldn't go back to, I love it. It's not all I do, but mostly how I vape is on a mechanical mod. I also have regulated mods. This one device has a chip in it. It's programmable. It uses 2 of those 18650 batteries, so it's safer because the same type of vapor production and power production that a mechanical unregulated mod will deliver, this delivers, but with 2 batteries. So we're not straining each battery. We're putting a nice working load on it that it can handle. And this is variable voltage, variable wattage. I set it at 60 watts right now. It goes up to 150. That little whistling noise you hear is kind of a cute, gimmicky. This is the turbo rebuildable drip atomizer. It has a little turbo fan in there, which is useless. It doesn't do anything but make that cute little sound. It doesn't help the vape at all, but it's cute. And you have big unregulated box mod that doesn't have a chip in it. You don't set the power, it just dumps power out at a lot of voltage to whatever your build will allow. So build correctly, know that Ohm's law, know how your devices work, and enjoy a very powerful vape if you like to vape this way. That's the progression. There's hundreds of companies and thousands of products to choose from. Get yourself a good starter. Jump the shark and start out with some good quality. That's available now. These are all pretty much obsolete, but you may like them. I mean, this may be intimidating to you. This may be intimidating to you, and you don't want to get into owning tools and building and all that stuff. So this may work fine for you. The main thing is, it doesn't matter how you vape as long as you're not smoking. And if vaping provides you that healthier alternative, God bless, and vape safely and vape on.